If you remember, back in the day before AlphaGo and all the AI craziness in Go came out, invading the 3-3, you would get smacked by your teachers. So invading the 3-3 is considered to be rude. Like, hey, I just played a corner, you're invading in my corner. Like, make your own corner first or approach my corner. Be nice, right? And now AlphaGo came out and said, no, invade everything. And now, after a few years of AI Go, we're all slaves to AI Josekis. This is like the start of the game, and back in the day you used to approach the corner, make the sides, or whatever, you do whatever, or enclose the corner. But nowadays, people just jump into 3-3 straight away. Now, whichever direction you play is completely up to you. They are all the same according to AI. If you want to develop the sides, you want to make this side, you can block this way, or block this way, it is the same. While black invading 3-3, you basically have to block one side. Otherwise, AI will not like this move and you will be down a lot of points after black gets another move in your corner. So you do have to block on one of the sides. So let's say you block this way. This is the simplest Joseki you can ever get in a 3-3 invasion. This is Joseki finish. Now white can Tenuki and play somewhere else. Coming to the next one. If you don't want to slide and you want to push one more, that's completely fine. You push, black Hane, you Hane, and this is Joseki complete. Okay, you might ask me, what if black plays somewhere else and white cuts like this? Well, this is no problem. With white cut, let him cut, you know? Extend, push, extend. If white jumps out, you have so many things you can do. You can Hane over here, connect, make this Hane center, like something like this. I don't know. This will be sente, this block will be sente, this is one of them. Another variation is jumping here. If white tries to attack, you can actually play this. And there really isn't a way white can surround this black group. You can also jump over here and like chase the fight over here. So this really isn't much worry. However, if you don't like being cut, you can simply extend. White push again, you extend, and this is Joseki finished. Back in the day, we might say, oh, look at white. White is so low and black has a thickness. Well, it's AI. AI is smarter than humans. If AI says that's the best variation, that must be the best variation. So, and I'll tell you the reason about this. The reason is white steals black corner in sente while giving up some potential. But white got sente, and that's enough compensation for all the thickness and the potential black has. So, if black does not like the cut, black can Hane, extend, and extend one more. Alright, speaking of this, there are a few other variations. There is a variation where black Hane, you Hane, obviously you have to Hane, otherwise you're not gonna let black take the corner, right? Black can double Hane, and there is a lot going on here. So usually like there's something like white can cut, black can block, and white can cut over here, exchange this, capture, and the reason for this exchange is white can extend out later. So this is another variation. And there's another variation where we can double Hane, which isn't ideal, I would say, but it's still playable. So it's something like this, and cut, Hane, and Atari. So basically black somewhat has a corner and black takes the sente. Another variation is cut. So it will lead to something similar like this, like the double Hane one. It will be something very similar. So this is probably slightly better. Or if white actually Atari is over here, you can Atari and connect, and this is another variation. And later on, this descent on S16 is sente for black. Now, coming back to this corner, there are a few other things white can do. Sometimes white can play this move and ask, what are you going to do? Whenever white play over here, you have two variations and two options. Usually they're pretty good. There's actually three, but I like two of them. You can play one is like this, which is what I just showed you up there. If you forgot, go back to the video and rewind it a little bit. Another one is you can Hane over here. And this Hane, there is a lot of variations going on. So actually white can just Hane over here. You don't really need to exchange this Atari. You can probably just like Tiger Mouse or connect. This is good enough. And then you can leave the Hane here for later. Another variation, so these are the two main variations, or at least the ones I like to play. Another one is extending here. The reason I don't like this Well, this is completely fine, but me just being personal, I don't like this. It's because white can hane and cut off this group. And these two stones look like a dumbass. So I don't like this variation. But if you like it, it's completely fine. AI loves it. AI thinks this is normal as well. So this is completely fine to play. Look at me. Look at how much value I'm giving you guys. In just a few minutes, you already know over 10 different variations of the 3-3 invasion. There is another one. Another key variation. And I'm going to tell you this because I like teaching Go and I like playing Go. The next variation is what I call the double hane fights. Or as I say it, I hope you read it right or you're going to lose 20 points. At least for Q players. So it goes like this. 3-3. Instead of extending, white hanes. And if white extend all the way, then obviously black is happy. Just like very similar to this one. Black is pretty happy. Black can take center and run away. Play somewhere else. But white is going to double hane. The point is, are you going to be a little chicken and live in the corner like this? And you give me the sickness and I'm very happy? Of course not. If you play like this and your teacher did not say anything, you gotta go to your teacher and say, okay, what have you taught me in Go? Alright, the main line for this, and the only way to play a double hane, is you cut over here. And basically this hane is like the free stone. Just take it. Right? Just take it. Capture. Give white the corner and black can tenuki. Well, you might sometimes be thinking like, okay, this is very good for white, yada yada yada. White has a very big corner, yada yada yada. Well, this is what my teacher used to tell me as well before all the AI came out, and I completely agree with that thinking. But let me tell you why this is actually okay for black. Number one, black has sente, which means black can tenuki and play somewhere else. Number two, there's Aji over here. And to use this Aji, black can actually push up over here. And let's say, for example, white plays somewhere else. Let's say I capture this group. Black can extend, make this exchange. This is a key exchange. White blocks. And firstly, black has a thick wall over here. And black can easily make territory here. Secondly, if black tenukis and white tries to make territory, white can't make territory. This is not white's territory. Some Q players might say, okay, this is 10, 20, 24, 25 points. No. This, at most, 15 points. Because you can easily go here, white has to block, jump away. Where's the territory? There's no territory, right? And if you want to play a bit more aggressive, or you can want to make more moyo and just let white make some territory, you can just hane. What does white do? It's such an awkward shape, right? If white's not going to block over here, that's just too slow and a very bad shape. So if white jumps, there's like push and cut later. You can just play something on top, and pretty much it's going to be sente, because there's a push and cut later on. So there's not really good place for white to make territory. So that's why this corner is not that big at all. So this Joseki is completely fine for black to play. So if white double hanes, just simply cut, Atari, capture, and tenuki. And if you want to play a bigger place, you might be scared these four stones might die. Well, you just simply just push up, and white gonna have a very difficult time expanding his territory over here. Now I'm gonna show you another trick move. This is a bonus. This is a bonus for you watching my channel. I'm going to show you a trick move because I'm such a good Go teacher. The trick move sometimes white will play, especially against handicap games, is white will actually cut over here. This is like a bully move, and I do not like bullies. So I'm going to teach you how to fight against a bully if they ever try to bully you. So if they extend this way, first this comes down to ladder. You got to calculate whether or not this ladder is good for you. In that case, yes, the ladder is good for black. And I'll tell you the correct way to play it when the ladder is good for you. When the ladder is good for you, you simply, you cut. You want to cut me? Alright, you cut me. I don't care. I'm just going to extend. I'm going to let you cut. You're not going to capture me. So I'm going to extend. What's puzzle? What's white going to do? Atari. Oh, you want my two stones? extend again, you simply go out. If they block, now that's why the ladder is super important in this case. Now you can cut, Atari, whatever they capture or extend, whatever white do. If they capture, okay, very good. You can smack him one more time, make him connect into a dumpling shape, and then you can just simply ladder these two stones out. And life is good, you're going to be happy. So if the ladder is good for you, you don't need to worry about this cut. You can simply extend and you don't have to worry. If white realize, oh, you know this variation, okay, I'm not going to fall for the trick. Okay, Atari capture, and this variation will be happy for black. Black is alive, white has no territory, white has cutting points, white is weak, and black's life is good. But if you calculate it and the ladder does not work for you, and your opponent bully you like this, what do? Simply capture. You give me a free stone, okay, I'm going to take it. Ladder's not good, I will take your free stone. The Atari capture, whatever they do, they're probably going to connect Tiger Mouth, whatever, Tenuki. You have Sente, you Tenuki, you play somewhere else. If white extends, the reason this is different to the one I showed you up here before is if you're in an opening and there are big places on the board, this extend is not Sente. Why? Or you might say, oh, this is a ko. Yes, it is a ko. But I'm teaching you to become strong. And strong players, they realize they have to occupy more places on the board to have a bigger advantage. So for example, in this case, if white extends, I'm not going to answer, I'm just going to play here. If white starts the ko, I will start the ko with white. But I'm not going to find any close threats. I don't care about this corner. This is your corner anyways. I'm going to play another move. Oh, you capture the corner back. Good job. Well done. You finally got your corner back, which is your corner. And now all of a sudden, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 moves elsewhere. So if you're at the start of the game and your opponent does this to you, don't worry about it. Just play somewhere else and make your territory elsewhere. That's it. That's all I have to teach you about the 3-3 invasion. Well, there is one more little trick, which is actually after this invasion, white play the dodgy knight move. Usually it will transpose back into this, and this is, you don't have to worry about anything about it. But sometimes white will be a little dodgy little person and play the extend. Now this is annoying. Alright, this is extremely annoying. But here you actually have to cut and fight. So this is going to be an extremely long variation. It will take a complete different new video for me to go into this variation. Black actually also have this, and there's lots of different things. So this variation is actually the most difficult variation of the 3-3 invasion, and it will take me a whole new video to actually explain all of this. So in the meantime, just practice and remember the variations I taught you today. Do you hate it? Do you love it? Either way, if someone plays it against you, don't be scared, you can fight back. And don't be scared to jump into their corner. Go play some more Go. I'll see you in the next video.